How's it going, YouTube? Skylar, North Georgia Piper, coming to you from the garage on this fine Friday. I am smoking some of this fine tobacco that Mr. Al Winsel sent me. C&D Burley Flake number 3. It has Burley, Darkfire, Kentucky, Virginia, and a dash of Paris. It is a all-around tasty tobacco. I do enjoy it. I have already had a couple bowls of this. I did not wait to crack it open on video, and I do apologize. So my first reaction was just between me and the wall. But I will tell you, this is a fine tobacco. Very fine. And I don't think that tin will ever see a jar. It'll be one of those I'm going to smoke it till it's gone. But haven't been smoking too much lately. I had a couple of bowls of this tobacco right after I got it. But then I realized that all 3 of my daily smoking pipes were due for a deep clean. I usually rotate them. I'll smoke this Bulldog, and then I have a reverse calabash MBSD Meerschaum, and then I have a straight billiard Meerschaum from MBSD as well. And I usually give each pipe 2 weeks, and then I deep clean it and then put it up and then go to the next one, smoke it for 2 weeks, deep clean it, put it up, go to the next one. And so by the time I get back around to the pipe, it's had probably about a month off or so. Now sometimes that stretches out because I don't smoke every day, especially in the summertime. It's just too blame hot to come out here every day. So I'll estimate, yeah, I've smoked that about 15 or 20 times. Now it's time to put it up for a couple of weeks. That's how I usually do that with my Meerschaums. But after my last video, I realized that all 3 of my everyday pipes had skipped being cleaned. I've just smoked them, put it up because I was busy or whatnot, and then went to the next one. So all 3 of them got their reaming, the bowl cleaned out, microfiber wiped down on the outside, and then I run an ample amount of bourbon on pipe cleaners through the stems and put them up. And they've been put up pretty much since my last video. It was like 2 or 3 days after my last video. But during that time, my palate has pretty much been relaxed, and I've had 3 or 4 cigars. But no pipe tobacco. So as far as the pipe tobacco goes, my palate is pretty fresh. And that's probably why this right here tastes so good. It really does. Keeping it nice and cool as well. But hope everybody's been doing good. I've been watching some videos the last couple of days. Watched a couple of Uncle Willie's videos, and every time I watch his videos, I just get deja vu. And Donnie Stovepipe. All the ones that were around before me. I like watching their videos. There are too many that have been gone now. But I really do like watching all the ones that were here before me. I enjoy the new ones too. All you new guys, I really enjoy y'all's videos. But there's something just that's. I mean, when you smoke a pipe, you're all about nostalgia typically, and so there's a special place in my YouTube reels for those older presenters. But anyhow, been watching some videos and commenting back. Taking it way back to one of the original ones I've started watching a few years ago. Uh, Looks like, I think I saw where Professor Jeremiah posted again recently. So I need to go to his channel and see what he has going on. I used to love watching his To Smoke Every Blend reels, and then I love to watch his Zoom meetings with Three Rivers. I enjoy his videos as well. So, but anyhow, I've had a really good week, past couple of weeks. Actually, it's been a really great summer. We'll just say that. Been really busy. My dad got a boat last spring or early this summer. And we went back and forth for a couple of reasons if we were going to even get on it or not. Some personal reasons we had to figure out about it, but also for the safety of the kids, we're trying to decide, if mainly our daughter, if she was too little to be on a boat, because she's just learning to walk. She's really good at climbing, and kids are quick, and they can end up in that water fast and in a hurry. So we that was one of the things we were tossing around. But my son and I went a few weeks ago. I think it was around my last video actually, and I took my son fishing for the first time. He'd never been fishing before, and I came home and I was already thinking about it. Dad, of course, had talked about his boat a few times while we were out there fishing, not trying to push us to get on it, but just, hey, it's there to be used. Y'all are welcome to enjoy it. That was the whole reason he got it, was for my sister and I to go out on it, and her to take her husband out, and me to take my wife and kids out, and just for us to enjoy it as our families. And so he did a little reminder of that while we were fishing. He didn't push it or nothing. And so it was on my mind when little man and I was headed home. And we got home, and then my wife was like, I hate for, these reasons that we've been going back and forth with, to keep the kids from making those memories on the boat. So she was like, let's plan on seeing when your dad can take us out or whatever. So the Friday before the 4th of July, we went out on the river with Dad for the first time on his boat. That next week, I signed up for my boating license. So, needless to say, it was a hit. And then, so I went and got my boating license. I took it slowly over 2 weeks. And then my next Friday off, we went out on the river. Dad went with us again because it was my first time being the operator of the boat, a licensed operator. And so the Tennessee River has quite a few areas that you need to be very careful with, and shallows and whatnot. And even with a depth finder and the GPS, the shallows can sneak up on you real quick. So he went out with us to just kind of look over my shoulder and keep me from grounding the boat. And we had an amazing time again. And then that Sunday, I reckon it was this past Sunday, it was last weekend. Sunday, we went out Friday on the river. Then Saturday we went to Mass because we knew Sunday we were going to go back out to the river. So we went to Vigil Mass on Saturday. Then Sunday we took my wife's parents out on the river with us. That was an amazing, amazing time. The kids loved it. Everybody loved it. My father-in-law got absolutely roasted. He looked a little miserable towards the end. But we had a great time. Came back, put the boat up. So I'm not going to lie, that made this week drag at work. It really did. But we've made it. It's Friday. Praise the Lord. And then this weekend we were supposed to have had a yard sale, but that tropical storm coming into the Gulf, there's a lot of thunderstorms that were supposed to spin off of it and come up our way. And we're supposed to get some monsoons up here, but it redirected towards Texas, so it looks like it's not going to be as bad. But we rescheduled the yard sale to next week, so looks like a relaxing weekend at the house. It'll be more relaxing if it rains and I'm not obligated to go outside to work. But yeah, because I finally got the grass mowed and caught up. I mowed the front yard last week, and it's my front yard is pretty much Bermuda. It's the original, very nice grass, and it grows very slowly. So I can get by about a week and a half to 2 weeks with cutting it. But my backyard's your typical Northwest Georgia weeds, just grass, nothing special, just grass. And it has to be mowed every week. And with the rain that we've had, it really needs to be mowed every week, like twice a week sometimes. But we've been about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evenings getting torrential rainstorm downpours that just soak the grass and then it goes away, but the grass is too wet to mow. So I mowed my backyard for the first time in probably about a month, 3 weeks to a month the other day. And I did the perimeter. I started going around the outside perimeter, and that John Deere behind me there, it might be 20-something years old, 25 years old, but it'll get some grass. It will. Especially since I took a mulching kit that'd been on it for 20 years off of it. Now it just blasted out the side of the deck through the blower spout, whatever you want to call it. And that thing's like a bush hog now. I took that kit off of it. It doesn't bog down at all. But I was going around the edge, and I reckon when I got up towards the back of the property back here on the far end, where the shed is that I used to make videos in, and that hopefully I will be converting into an office in the next year or so. But that's where, like, my dog Lilo, she likes to run up and down the fence line up there. I think she got caught up in it was a old spool of weed eater string, and I didn't see it, and I hit it with a lawnmower. Oh, it locked that deck up like it went all around the. It's got a 54-inch, 52-inch deck, and it was all up in the middle shaft. It was horrendous, and so it killed the mower, which also it flooded because it was running. So then in the process, I turned the deck off. In the process of trying to get the engine running again, which I should just let it sit and settle and then start it. It would have been fine. But I was mad and frustrated and hot, had a lot of mowing to do, didn't have time for this mess and whatnot. In the process of me trying to get it started, I killed the battery, which made it even worse. So then I came inside. I was hot, tired, and mad the other day, and ate dinner, put the kids to bed, took a shower, and just relaxed. And then the next day, I went and got the battery off the lawnmower, brought it down here to the garage, put it on the charger, let it charge the second half of my work day. And then when I got off, I took it back up there, put it on the lawnmower, brought the lawnmower all the way down through the gate and back around into the garage and jacked it up to try to get the weed eater string off. Because if I take the deck off of that mower and flip it over to do it, which would be the easier way to get to it, it would have taken me all evening and I wouldn't have gotten the mow till the next day. That deck is hard to get on and off. I only do it once a year for seasonal maintenance in the fall to sharpen blades and whatnot. So I was up under it with a razor knife cutting and channel locks pulling, flathead screwdriver pushing, trying to get that bird's nest undone. And I finally got fed up with it and went and got a torch. I got up under there with a torch, just poosh, and held it to it, and just melted the entire one side of it until I could see the shaft. And I went up top, fired up the lawnmower, engaged the deck, and buddy, you want to talk about it blasted chunks. I swept it up, and there's still little shards I can see around on the floor. It blasted weed eater string everywhere, but by George, the deck was running. So there's that. But anyhow, got that done, and then I had to mow the backyard. I think I mowed yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Yesterday we did grocery shopping. So it was Thursday I hit the spool. Wednesday I fixed the deck and mowed. And I mowed the backyard 3 times. The third time was kind of a cleanup pass. It took 2 times to really cut it down. And there were still sprigs here and there. That's how thick and tall it was. But by then, it was like I had, it looked like a hayfield that had been cut down. It had just lines of grass piled up down the yard, which looked horrible and would kill the grass under it. So then I did do a third pass, just keep going down one side, and blew all the grass up against the far fence over there. But, man. It was one thing after another. Now I got a weed eat.
What?
The Mrs. heard me talking and thought I was talking to her. That's how long it's been since I made a video. So sorry for the interruption. But I reckon I was done rambling anyways. I better get off here and get back to work. I'm going to smoke the rest of this later. It's just some good stuff. Hopefully we'll catch y'all again next time as long as the Lord lives and the creek don't rise. God bless.